Well, you didn't expect the video so quickly, did you? Let's
No.
finally get done with this filler arc, if you want to call it that. Out of the retrospective. Oh, hi, Axel. Well, as I said, in the last one, we got one more game. Mega Man and 16-bit. Mega Man and appearance on 16-bit hardware. Was it his first?
I don't really think that matters.
Actually, it was.
Yeah, wow, okay.
With his first platformer on a.
The first Mega Man platformer on a 16-bit console.
I mean, the first one was technically Mega Man. The first classic game. It was Mega Man Soccer. Yes, this is the first classic Mega Man game on a 16-bit console. And just what is that? And just what is that, you ask?
Well, that's simple.
This is Mega Man: The Wily Wars. Full game is a bit of a stretch.
It's a collection of the first 3 Mega Man games, plus an additional mode known as Wily Tower.
I'm not really even that can barely even be called a full game.
Yeah.
But
It's like half a game.
But anyways, is Mega Man on a Sega console?
Yeah, blasphemy, I hear you say. Or not, I can't predict what you say.
You see, Capcom was one of Nintendo's original publishing partners for the NES.
And, by the way, right now you're listening to Mega Man and Wily Wars Intro, Techno Remix, by Mikey the 10th. Mikey is spelled M-I-C-H-E.
Yeah. So, considering that Mega Man was mainly exclusive to Nintendo consoles. But I think it was Sega actually struck a deal with Capcom for some games. And I think that resulted in 2 things. The game we're talking about right now,
And
Mega Man on the Game Gear, which we are not covering.
yeah, that was all around trash, wasn't it?
Yeah, not worth talking about. So, anyways, how was the development of this game? Well, for one, it wasn't actually developed by Capcom.
It was outsourced to...
It was to Minikuchi Engineering. That name might sound familiar.
No, it doesn't.
They're the ones who developed the Game Boy games, except for 2, which was made by Japan's System House. Yeah, Capcom didn't actually develop the game.
It was outsourced.
Artist Keiji Inafune claimed that development in the Wily Wars was outsourced and rather slow going. Excuse me. He described the debugging procedure for Wily Wars as an absolute nightmare, or even helping out in the process himself. It was so bad, he recalled. I found myself saying, "I can't believe we made it out of there alive." In the way the game released on Sega Genesis or Mega Drive in Japan, and on October 21st, 1994, or North America got it on December 31st, 1994. Wow, just 2 months later. On cartridge?
No, on Sega Channel.
Sega wanted to promote their Sega wanted to advertise their new subscription service.
Which
the Sega Channel.
And this is kind of not a good game to do that with. Because it's 3 games in 1.
And also,
and you have to complete all 3 to unlock Wily Tower. But Sega Channel doesn't have a save system, so you'd have to play through all 3 games in one setting just to unlock Wily Tower.
Also on a side note, Wily Wars wasn't the only Sega Channel exclusive. It wasn't the only Sega Channel exclusive game. and that also went to Pulseman, to Game Freak's Pulseman. And just thought I'd throw that out there.
Yeah. Okay.
The game was not actually and Europe got released on April 3rd, 1995. On cartridge.
Yeah.
In Australia in April 1995. No date given.
So we just didn't get it here in the States. It's physically.
It wasn't re-released until 2012. Well, in 2012, Wily was included on the Ultimate Portable Game Player compilation and by At Games.
But since there was no save,
you can't save there.
You got save in that version. There was no way to play the Wily Tower.
Finally,
literally, the game. If you tried to write to the game save system, it wouldn't work.
Yeah, but finally on September 19th, 2019,
in the Sega Genesis Mini,
East including the game, including for the first official re-release of the game,
being the first official re-release of the game. And this console has a save system, so you can actually play the Wily Tower. This is how we experienced the game.
Yeah, I got the. If you're wondering, I got the Genesis Mini as a Christmas present last year. That was kind of just all I wanted, and for $40 too, for half the price.
For a ton of games.
For 42 games.
They've got Sonic, they've got Wily Wars, they've got Wonder Boy,
or Streets of Rage. They got something for everyone.
There's like,
they've got Tetris.
Not a good version of Tetris, but Tetris nonetheless. So
yeah,
if you have $40 to spare, go ahead and pick it up.
Well, normal price is $80. But anyways, yeah, this isn't
sponsored.
This video is not sponsored by Sega.
But if you have the money for it, and I recommend picking one up.
So
I'd say it's a pretty good deal.
So let's get into the game proper. Well, games. Well, so again, I know we've already reviewed these three games.
So we're not going to go into too much detail. We're just going to be discussing how the games have changed. In generally, alright. Right now, you're listening to Buster Rod G, Genesis Warrior Remix, Mega Man the Wily Wars, / Rockman Mega World by Bagheera Zero. That's BAGHIRA ZERO.
Shots are limited. Shots are limited. To want to unshot every few frames of animation. In the originals, you could fire weaponry on every other frame. Controls seem a little tighter in the originals. Mega Man himself seems to have a slight delay before moving, before he can... Wait, that's not a thing. The problem with the controller...
That's a problem with the game.
The game has input lag.
Which has caused me many deaths.
Most of the game uses the original same screen resolution, and most of the character enemy sprites are slightly larger than they originally were. Enemies now have a small number of invincibility frames, and aims cause enemies to be hit twice in quick succession, but with the second shot causing no damage. The Master hit invincibility is much longer. A number of weapons now have a noticeable can't move delay after firing, such as the items in Mega Man 2 and the Shadow Blade. Mega Man climbs ladders faster than he did.
Oh my god, he can climb ladders faster.
That joke will make sense in due time.
Yeah.
Mega Man's hitbox is slightly narrower, or due to this, he can slightly clip into walls and easily fall off the edge of the Magnet Beam or Item 1 platform.
Ah, that's why that section was annoying.
Yeah, all three games now have a save feature. Instead of a password, that's not a problem at all.
Yeah.
Now that means you can't skip the Doc Robot section.
Well, yeah, you weren't meant to skip them.
I know, but just in the mini re-release has save states. It's several points. The game suffers from very excessive lag. However, for less skilled gamers, this can be a positive effect as stages in Mega Man and 1 and 3 suffer the most, as does Wily Machine 1, making them much easier.
Yes, the Yellow Devil. I beat the Yellow Devil on my second try, and in Mega Man 1 due to the lag. The one time I'd say the lag has negatively impacted my experience, though, is the copy robot fight I did in Mega Man 3.
Yeah.
Where the game lags so bad. The frame rate goes back and forth. In that fight.
However, running the game on the system or emulator with an overclocked M68000 and chip will run on the game at full speed, regardless of how much is going on at any given time. And this will normally make it judge the game very unstable, but has no negative effects on the Wily Wars due to how it was programmed. In general, despite their name, European version is even slower, because it due to running at 50 hertz. In general, despite their names, they're based more closely on the Rockman versions into the Mega Man version, and most notably, the easier normal mode is absent from Mega Man 2. The title screens are also based on the Japanese version, but with Rockman changed to Mega Man. And that's just the general changes.
Now, let's go over these games one by one.
First, Mega Man.
The original Mega Man.
The original boss select screen simply showed Raw Master using game sprites as icon. On's remake using new mug shots to match H2 and 3. And for Wily, he is in-game sprite is replaced with the logo. Cutman is much tougher in the remake than it was in the original game. Also due to his flinch being much less intense and from the Mega Buster doing only a third of the damage it would normally do.
Yeah, you see,
similarly, in the original game, if you get near Bomb Man, he will normally jump away, but in the Wily Wars, he actually tries to get close to you, therefore making it in this harder than the original battle.
Ah, yeah.
Oh my, what the fuck?
They made the two easiest bosses in the game much harder.
Somehow.
Now Bomb Man won't get off your ass, and Cut Man takes 3 times more hits to kill. It doesn't really affect me that much since I always fight all the bosses with their weaknesses. Notably for me, I always go after Guts Man first, so I can just go straight in weakness order and not have to backtrack to Elect Man stage.
Once an item and health energy, health / energy pickups is obtained in the stage of age enough energy drops, it does not reappear if the player returns to the area until all their lives are gone. On the original, one could simply scroll off screen and refill their energy this way, with the exception of 1-ups.
You know what this means? This means that the Magna Beam, the required Magna Beam section in Wily 1, in Mega Man 1,
ran out of energy.
Well, now you have to get a game over, or die and then grind on enemies is the previous section. In the original, you could just go back to the screen and pick up the weapon ammo, refresh the screen repeatedly. It's tedious, but it's not nearly as frustrating.
Using the super arm, Guts blocks are fired in an arc similar to a basketball shot rather than a straight line.
This makes Cutman even harder somehow. Because you have to hit him while he's trying to jump over you.
What the fuck?
It also makes the bubble machine
CWU01P harder.
Yeah.
The pause glitch is not unavailable. You can't use the pause unpause glitch.
Which prevents bosses from being exploited.
Some Raw Mastery eyes are slightly different. In the original Mega Man could die from spikes even if he's invincible. That was updated.
Good. Thankfully.
That's one of the few good changes here. Mega Man can jump much higher underwater like in the original games. However, this does not affect XCW01P. Gutsman aims his guts blocks to where Mega Man was located, making it easy to trick him to throw blocks in the air where they won't hit you simply by jumping at the right time.
Yeah, Gutsman was made easier in this version.
Fireman no longer uses Firestorm erratically when Mega Man is firing and or moving at the same time, making the fight a lot easier.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Fireman is a lot faster than he was in the original game and moves and jumps at random. And he can fire Thunder Beam at any time rather than at set positions on the screen. And additionally, he can no longer be locked into a pattern where he will only run up to Mega Man and raise his arms to throw a Thunder Beam.
Yeah. You know how difficult Elecman was in the original?
Elecman is nearly impossible.
Elecman is effectively impossible with the Buster without perfect movement in this game.
Yep, in this it is possible in the original.
It's definitely possible in the original.
Yeah, I think you're exploiting his AI.
No, if you exploit his AI, you can pull that off in the original.
But yeah, you can't.
But now his AI behaves completely randomly, and there's no reliable way to beat him with the Mega Buster. You just have to use Rolling Cutter and hope to God you land every shot and avoid at least some of his hits.
Projectile...
because he kills you in 3 shots.
Yeah. Projectile, such as Iceman's Ice Slasher, is a race from the Robot Master of Wily Boss, us is defeating, and Mega Man's controls are no longer temporarily frozen during the explosion, except during the Wily Machine phase transition and / refill. Because there was no title screen in the music, the version uses the Mega Man 3 title for the title screen. The shutter does not close after entering the Yellow Devil boss chamber. Mega Man can actually hide in this alcove without being hit by the moving pieces. What?
Wait, what?
Yeah, apparently that was a thing.
Oh yeah?
Oops. The false floor sections before the Cutman and the Elecman rematch in Wily 2 have been moved or made further apart, making it impossible to collect the two smaller weapon energy capsule unless one uses the magnet beam, which would most likely cause Mega Man to only refill the magnet beam, since you cannot change weapons with the beam active. Of course, I noticed that.
I was like, I was able to jump over those in the over and get those in the original.
What the hell? What the actual hell? False force or shuttered is yeah. CEW01 unpeaked bots only take 8 Buster shots to destroy instead of 10. Initially, they respawn immediately after being destroyed, which can allow Mega Man to destroy multiple bots with a single Guts block. Yeah. I did that.
Yeah.
That's just the first game. So, overall...
yeah, a lot of very questionable changes.
Is that somehow make the game worse.
Mm-hmm. They fixed a couple things, but...
Then they fixed the spike bug, the spike thing.
They fixed the spike.
That's,
so you don't die if you get hit in the
about it. Now, there's significantly less changes in Mega Man 2.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, that's definitely nice.
Okay. Mega Man 2 does not have different difficulty mode, as it's based on... on the original version. And Quick Man is slower much slower in this version, and though he no longer takes 2 points of damage from the Buster shots as he did in the difficult mode, or Japanese version of Mega Man 2. Yep, they made Quick Man harder. Flash Man also takes 1 damage from the Buster instead of 2 like he did in difficult mode. Flash Man now jumps when Mega Man fires, similar to Crash Man, instead of jumping in when he takes damage. Mm-hmm. Also, just a note, I fucking soft locked the game.
Hey, if you fire off a metal blade, or I assume this works with other weapons too, and then Flash Man freezes you, but while you're frozen, your projectile or kills him.
You're stuck.
You're stuck. You don't unfreeze and ease, so you can't land on the ground.
So you gotta replay the stage.
And thankfully, the game prompts you to save after every stage, but that means you have to play through Flash Man's stage over again.
What the Yeah, that's not mentioned here. Wood Man is considerably taller in this game, making dodging his leaf much harder. But the leaf shield is the same size as the one Doc Robot uses in Mega Man 3. Woodman cannot be damaged while he is holding the leaf shield. Oh my god. Metal Man now has 2 versions of his 2-shot metal blade attack. The new version of the attack starts from a higher jump and is slightly harder to dodge compared to the other. They made Metal Man harder, of course. First.
What? Okay, we're doing a video right now.
Heatman's flame attack is a higher arc, making his first attack extremely easy to avoid compared to being difficult to dodge in the original. The Doc Robot version in Mega Man 3 is also affected by that. Raw Master AIs are different. And music differences as well. Bubble Man's stage music bases it's as much different in here than it is in the NES version. And Woodman's music drum intro has 4 bars instead of the 6 the NES version had. Double Man, and also moves to the start rather than being in the main part of the song.
Yeah.
When the player loses all their lives, no longer lose all their E-Tank. As in the original, continuing meant for fitting any E-Tank into the inventory, preventing the players from farming at the start of Metal Man. Oh, fuck, you can do that now!
Yeah.
Create a new problem, create a solution, create a new problem. There's some double lead and fires slightly upward before falling to the ground, similar to Search Snake. You showed uses only 2 bars of weapon energy when thrown instead of 3, giving the player 14 uses for a full energy bar instead of 9. Crash Bomber has a slightly larger blast radius. Enemy Machine 2's second form bouncy shots bounce slightly higher, also fixing the hitbox problems the original game had. Additionally, Wily only fires 1 unbouncing shot at a time rather than up to 3.
Yeah.
Overall, Mega Man 2 was made worse.
I'd say it evens out here. There were some good changes, there were also some bad changes.
Like, mainly the boss stuff?
Mainly the bosses. Like Woodman, that's Woodman and Flashman, notably. One thing they didn't mention is that the hitboxes on the Crash Bomb doors are really janky. It seems like they're wider than the wall hitboxes. So in Heatman stage, it's easy to hit your head on the top of the. It seems like they're different they don't match the wall hitboxes, so it's easy to get stuck on them in Heatman stage and subsequently die.
Yep. Yeah, Mega Man 2 was probably had the least changes. At least it's damning changes.
Yeah.
Now on to Mega Man 3.
Oh Jesus, that's a lot.
I don't even. Oh.
How about it? Let's just go over some main points. What do you think is the most notable thing, or the most notable things about Mega Man 3?
Hard Knuckle now has a quarter second delay before the projection time has collision property. It's rendering it almost unusable against stock robot Crash Man. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Hard Knuckle no longer holds the player after defeating the Robot Master. There's when killing at close rate. Age, which is most commonly happened against Top Man in the NES version.
It no longer what?
It no longer holds the player after.
What does that mean?
I don't know. Okay, 3 E points are about the Hard Knuckle.
Yeah.
Hard Man's Hard Knuckles can no longer be let out off the side as the screen without coming back. They will always return towards Mega Man. And Giant Man, after his clones destroy, no longer pauses. It is making it harder. The magnetic pole. Magnet Man's magnetic pole will not render him invincible. Oh, what?
No, he's no longer invincible when he does that.
Yeah, Magnet Man's shield can no longer be cancelled by taking intentional damage. Snake Man now jumps over the F-gap out straight onto the center plateau when moving right. In the original, he dropped down on the gap and would jump onto the plateau. Spark Man only takes 1 damage from a Needle Man. And the NES version, he takes 2. Oh my god. There's a. Oh my god,
there's so much.
Yeah, I'm not really gonna.
Yeah, that's.
There's too many. If you want to see all the changes for Mega Man 3 and look at
the wiki page, we're not crazy enough to read all of this.
There's too many. This video's already gone on for 24 minutes already.
Yes, which is already longer than we expected it to go on.
Yeah, there's too many changes for the. But now let's. But
the gist of Mega Man 3.
Well, it's still Mega Man 3.
It's still Mega Man 3. Yeah, I didn't really notice. Honestly, Mega Man 3 is the one that felt the least different to me.
So, but as your reward for is this all worth it?
Now you unlock the Wily Tower.
Oh yeah, did I mention this game actually has a story?
Well, yes, it does. Dr. Wily stole a time machine and went back in time before his previous 3 defeats, so now you have to play the events of the first 3 games again. Yeah, that's the story.
Yep, Wily stole a time machine again.
I know. Well, at least that didn't take up much time. It literally took like 10 seconds to tell the story of this game.
But yeah, so yeah, they had to justify why you're playing all 3 games again. And time travel. Okay, so
apparently the replays of the first 3 games are canon. Okay.
All right. So okay. So Wily after that you unlock Wily Tower where Wily said is he created 3 robots to the sole intention of killing Mega Man. Wait,
Sounds familiar.
So you welcome to the stage select. Welcome to the stage select.
Yeah.
I know you're listening.
Now you're listening to Mega Man: The Wily Wars, Wily's Tower Stage 3, SNES Extended Remix by The Legend of Renegade.
Of course. So you have 3 bosses.
It's Buster Rod G, Mega Water S, and Hyperstorm H.
All based on
based on the characters of the Journey to the West.
Respectively, Buster Rod G, Sun Wukong, Mega Water S, Shawu Jing, and Hyperstorm H, Ubat Uji. Yeah, I hope I'm saying those right.
So that's cool.
Very.
It's a very interesting design inspiration. Even if that means that there are only 3 bosses to choose from.
So I guess let's go over them.
Well, let's start with the one you already heard about earlier, Buster Rod G.
Stages 4. Well, actually, as soon as you start a stage, you're given this screen,
where you can select. Where
you can select any weapon, any loadout of weapons,
and it's from any game.
Eh.
Okay, so here's our suggested loadout.
Okay.
We got this from an IGN guide.
Game facts.
It's from a Game Packs guide, but the written by.
Where is it? This one?
I think. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's this one.
I think this is the one.
I'm written by No Worries. Is this it?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's recommended to bring Hyper Bomb as a boss weakness. Thunder Beam, it's as a boss weakness. It's Metal Blade,
of course,
because it's Metal Blade.
Time Stopper
for a section later on.
Bubble Lead,
Ed as a boss weakness.
This Crash Bomber,
or to destroy walls. Hard Knuckle, both to destroy walls and as a weakness to one of the bosses.
Rush Coil and Rush Jet are recommended.
If you want to know what to fill the extras with, just do whatever you want. I went with Needle. For the extras, we both went with Rush Marine for the item. Noah went with a Quick Boomerang as the extra weapon, and I went with Needle Cannon as the extra weapon. And we both just wanted something with a fast fire rate.
So, yeah, sure, but really you can choose whatever you want.
You can choose whatever you want. Though I do recommend bringing Hard Knuckle.
Boss weaknesses.
No, I do recommend bringing Hard Knuckle on Crash Bomb to access hidden areas.
So, Buster Rod G stage is
and Flash Stopper is recommended for the section in the final fortress level.
So the state. Buster Rod G East stage is it's a forest level.
Mhm.
Oh, all right.
Yes.
Uh, 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 um, uh,
Yeah, those monkey enemies, obviously.
e-
There, there's a snake. There are some snakies, and the snaky mini boss makes a return as well. And now you know that could be killed in 4 metal blades.
Yeah, the snaky returns.
Yeah, the snaky returns with the. What are the little ones called then?
I think little snakies.
Oh, okay. It's not snaky and big snake. Snakies and big snaky. It's big snaky, snaky, and the little snakies. It's confusing. Yeah. And now we know Snaky can be killed with 4 metal blades. Well, that's pretty funny.
No, petite snaky.
Petite Snaky. Whatever. Snaky can be killed with 4 metal blades now.
Yep.
Ow. And due to the fact that you climb up on a ladder, you can... or the mini boss is cheesable.
The stage... What would you give the stage?
I know there's also a section where you have to jump up across spikes on a low ceiling. You have to time your jumps really well. If you use the crash bomber around here, you can get an E-tank.
Yep.
And I get this thing ages 7. It's not super memorable, but I had. What I do remember is that I did decently enjoy playing through it.
Yeah. As for Buster Rod G himself, he shoots he uses his rod. Well, he uses his rod.
That sounds wrong. He spins his Buster Rod around.
Buster Rod. And it deflects projectiles. He can also extend it. You can really only hit him while he's airborne.
Yeah. He'll block. If you try to hit him while he's on the ground, he'll deflect your shots with his Buster Rod. So try to hit him in midair. He's weak to the hard knuckle.
All right. All right.
Oh, by the way.
Yeah, and when you shoot it, when you kill him,
he runs away. Well, I'm sure we won't be seeing him again later. Now rating. Now rating.
What should we rate his fight?
All right. I'd say it's interesting that you have to figure out to hit him in the air.
Yeah.
It's not a super obvious tell, but if you experiment a bit, you can figure out that he won't block your shots in airborne.
Yep.
And then comes the problem of hitting him with the hard knuckle. So you also have to time your shots while there. I think it's a pretty cleverly designed boss fight.
Yeah.
Honestly, this guy's really neat. I'll give him a 10. Probably my favorite boss fight out of the main 3. Spoilers.
He's the leader of the Genesis unit. Yeah, that's what they're called.
They're called the Genesis unit.
I
think my favorite of the Genesis unit.
And a master of martial art. Because of his rowdy personality and experience, he and Mega Water S often argue often. And Hyperstorm H tries to avoid conflicts between them. Also, he's a red robot with its chest S gems. And it also carries around attacks with a melee weapon.
Yeah.
Huh.
That's interesting.
And so. As for his personality and design,
he's cool. He's got an awesome design.
Yeah.
Honestly, all 3 of them are super cool.
Yeah. I'll give him a 10.
Extremely unique. I'll give him a 10. Also, he likes bananas, but he dislikes monkey business.
Or Russian treble on the Japanese version.
The Japanese version, he doesn't like dog. He doesn't like Rush or treble.
Yeah, so
he doesn't like robot dogs. Folks, that's interesting. Maybe that's a reference to the story.
I don't know. Well, next up is Mega Water S. His stage is well. It's in well, it's a water level, right?
Yeah, it's a water level. You start out falling and avoiding these hermit crab enemies for Bubble Man stage, and then you have to fight the shrimp guys for Bubble Man stage, and then you have to avoid the spikes on the ceiling.
Yeah.
Eventually, you'll make your way up to a section with where peepees are dropped on you, while you avoid or the fish jumping out from below. I think this is a pretty great water stage. I'll give this one a 9 personally.
I'll give it a 7.
So that's that's an 8 for Mega Water S.
His fight.
Well, here's how it works. When you're in the water, he'll get up on the little platform in the middle, but if you get on the platform in the middle, he'll jump into the water.
So
how do you hit him? Hyper Bomb. That's his weakness.
So you can just stay in the water,
or stand in one spot, jump over the harpoons he throws at you, and toss a hyper bomb into the middle of the platform above.
He can also, I guess, when he's underwater, he can create in a water shield for protection. I guess.
Well, that's why it's recommended to fight him on land. But
yeah.
The thing is, the potential of this fight is kind of wasted by the fact that it's so easily cheesable.
Yeah, this is
I'll give this one a 6.
Yeah.
It's interesting what they tried to do, but the optimal strategy just boils down to standing in one spot and throwing hyper bombs.
Yeah.
This fight hardly competes with the other two.
Yeah. Yeah.
But now, as for the character of Mega Water S.
He's the smartest of the 3 members and is in charge of brain labor, but lacks confidence in himself. As antipathy for Buster Rod G.
I have no idea what that word means.
Okay, Mega Water S is a expatriate. Due to this, he has a strange Japanese accent based on a kappa. He has a strong liking for Kodama and dislikes raw fish. His local CD data contradicts this, saying that he likes sashimi. Also, he has 1 chest S-gem.
No, he doesn't. Oh yeah, he only has 1.
I mean, he's got 1 on his head.
He's got a head gem too.
I'd say Mega Water S in terms of, at least in terms of everything.
Discounting the lackluster battle is also a 10.
Yeah. So, and last but not least,
he's Hyperstorm H.
That feels weird.
What?
Weird to say.
Hyperstorm H.
The last but not least,
yeah.
He's this.
Oh, definitely not least. We got this big guy, Hyperstorm.
This big boy.
That's a chunky boy.
Yeah. Okay, so the stage is underground, right?
Yeah. The stage takes place underground.
And
in some sort of facility.
Okay.
I am trying to remember the specifics of this stage. Quick, run me down with some of the enemies that were here.
Okay, some of the enemies.
What kind of obstacles were in this stage? The parachute guys in this level?
Yeah, the Hammer Joes, Harry.
Oh yeah.
The Junk Golem, Needle Press. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I remember this stage now.
Yeah. Yeah.
As usual, this level combines Arrow Joes with ladders, so you could easily kill those.
Please no. Not right now.
Pet him. You're mean. Pet me. That looks sad.
Yeah. Alright, so, as for the stage...
Well, I'll give it a 7.
Yeah.
Nothing special, but it's not bad anyway.
Hyperstorm H is actually 2 health bars.
Which is extremely interesting.
Just use some hyper bombs and he goes down quickly. Yeah, he fires 2.
Notably, you have to alternate between. You have to run away from him trying to suck you in but turn around very briefly to throw a hyper bomb in his direction.
Yep.
Be careful because after he's done sucking, he'll start blowing.
Oh God! I thought we were done with. I thought we were done with innuendos. It was a Mega Man.
Apparently not. And
So-
I feel like there will be more to come. See you in my dreams.
Okay. Anyways.
So,
Anyways. Anyways.
Anyways, he spits out energy pellets at you,
And he can jump around.
It tries to. When the force of his breath pushes you into the spikes,
Which,
towards the spikes.
at least they're
The spikes here
non-lethal.
aren't instant kill.
At least they're. I mean, yeah, that would just be a bullshit fight.
That would just be an extremely frustrating fight.
If they were.
So, yeah.
Baby. So, that would be an extremely bullshit fight.
Maybe it's not. After he if you haven't killed him by the time he finishes a cycle, he'll start
Do it on
hopping over
side.
the other side of the screen, and each time he lands, mets will fall from the ceiling due to the sheer size of this lad.
Yeah. The absolute unit.
Oh, what an absolute Genesis unit.
Yep. So, Omega Man. So, Hyperstorm, the boss fight.
I think it's pretty fun.
Yeah.
It can get a little annoying in sometimes, but once you figure. But I like the balance of running and turning back to hit him. I'll give this one a 9.
Yeah, I'll give it a 9 too.
Not a perfect fight, but definitely pretty great.
Definitely a fun fight. At least it's not Mega Water S.
Yeah.
Now, he is the strongest of the 3 members, but is easily fooled. He's laid back and avoids conflict between Buster Raji and Mega Water S. He's one of the largest robot masters and the only one to have 2 energy gauges.
I relate to this guy. This guy is my
likes to be flattered and dislikes to be called a pig.
Was this just me?
Yeah, bad point. Easily conned.
Good point.
Yes, man.
He's very positive. I love this guy.
10. Yeah. You're big boy.
Big boy.
And well, yeah.
And now we move on
to the final 4 stages.
The final 4 stages, I guess. Now that we've covered all 3 of the Genesis unit, it's time to move on to the Wily Tower. The namesake of this mode.
This game's only This is only 7 stages.
The last stage is just basically a final boss.
Yeah. Anyways, the first stage, these look familiar. There's you'll see a lot of elements from Mega Man 1.
Yeah. You'll see a lot of in stage 1. You'll see a lot of elements from Mega Man 1. The aesthetic is very reminiscent of Fireman stage. Fire stuff. Out's coming from the ground. Those raining fire. The raining fire. There's even those platforms from Gutsman stage. The level starts with a section similar to the first, or the Ice Slasher section in Mega Man 1, but thankfully you can more easily jump over the fire pillars.
There's even a big eye.
Since obviously you're not guaranteed to have the Ice Slasher with you. There's even put a big eye at the start of the level. This enemy appears nowhere outside of Mega Man 1 except for in this level. Preventing its ties to Mega Man 1.
You got these dumb fucks from Iceman and stage in Agent Wily 1.
Which ones?
You know, the platform, the moving
Well, you have
platform.
to deal with these platforms if you go in the bottom path and jump up an invisible block.
You also got the moving in flames from Fireman stage. The platform from Gutsman stage.
And I believe there's some electric beams.
Yeah.
There's also electric beams from Electric Man stage.
Yes, the stage actually has
basically this stage is a culmination of assets from Mega Man 1.
And so, what would you give it?
There are a few kind of frustrating sections, but overall, I absolutely love what they did with this stage, and just the Wily Tower in general. Oh, this was super neat. I'll give this one an 8.
Yeah. The boss here is Fire Snakey.
It's a giant it's an even bigger version of Snakey, except on fire.
And take a guess what its weakness is.
This one's weak to the bubble head.
And well, you can you're bouncing off a spring.
You bounce off a spring during this fight, which is how you're meant to hit the boss. You have to jump up and then and drop a bubble head on his head. After spitting some fire, he'll recede back into the lava, and then dive in an arc over the platform. A fire falls off of his body, which you need to avoid.
Yeah.
Honestly, this fight was super fun for me.
It's pretty easy.
I saw Noah manage to get in as to time a bunch of bubble heads to get like more than half his health down in one cycle.
Yeah, this is. Yeah.
But I absolutely adore this boss. The bouncing spring mechanic's super fun, and I wish they integrated stuff like that into the boss fights more often. I'll give this one a 10 personally.
I'll give it an 8.
So that's a 9 for Fire Snakey.
So stage 2 has. Stage 2 has stage 2 has stage 2 has stage 2 has a lot of as Frienders, Anki Maker, Kaminarigoros, Kerogs, XPPs, Presses, is Sniper Armors, Shotman, and Springer, Tellies. This
stage, Wily Tower Stage 2, has a ton of assets from Mega Man 2.
Yep.
And as a celebration of Mega Man 2 introducing the modern water physics, and having like 2 stages that are entirely underwater.
Yeah, it's an underwater stage.
Or most of this stage is submerged as well.
Oh.
But a large portion of this stage is submerged as well.
Yeah.
Again, I think this is a pretty solid, cool level.
Yeah.
I'll give this one an 8 as well.
Yeah. The boss here is...
The boss, on the other hand, is...
Iron Ball.
And is just called Iron Ball.
You can use the Thunder Beam.
It's weak to the Thunder Beam.
It shoots small lasers that bounce off walls.
And then and then it tries to drop, it has to bounce around on the screen once it gets to like a quarter of its health.
It'll drop Pengu Bomb or like bombs and move faster.
But... this fight will be over or before it's even really started.
Yeah, this fight can end in seconds.
And the Thunder Beam does so much of his health, and it's not hard to hit him at all if you just get under him. Yeah, this boss is a 5.
Yeah.
I'm sort of a letdown after Fire Snake.
And the final stage, and the third final actual stage here.
Age is Wily Tower Stage 3, which you guessed it, uses a lot of assets from Mega Man 3.
It starts you off with the spinning tops.
It starts you off after fighting some Hammer Joe.
After
fighting a Hammer Joe with the spinning tops from Top Man stage.
You got the space background.
You even got a space background when it's in a Gemini Man stage.
Yeah, there's a lot of...
There's even a split path on this one, where instead of dealing with those obnoxious monkeys, you could shoot your way through some of tadpole eggs, like in Gemini Man's stage.
Yeah, this stage is pretty cool.
Yeah, this stage is also super cool. I absolutely love the aesthetic and music for this one, too. I just this one. I think it's a 9.
Yeah, I'll give it a 9 too. The boss here is Buster Rod G.
There you go. And,
Stage is falling.
he doesn't block your shots this time.
This is in his Buster form.
He stands in one spot, and you can just fire hard.
You can kill him by standing still.
You literally don't have to even move to kill him.
Well,
I'm gonna rate this fight separately as a 4. This is an insult to the original fights.
Yeah, I guess you broke his rod.
Oh yeah, you broke his rod, so now he's going Buster mode.
Yeah. And the final stage, well, all let's do is you get to the third screen, use that time stopper.
And you'll be able to avoid all the falling hazards.
From the drills to the press, S to the acid.
And they got basically every ceiling drop hazard from the first three Mega Man games. Names here.
So,
make your way to the end of that, and you'll be complete.
Oh, hi.
And oh, hey, Proto Man, what's up?
Oh, he just open the door, open the gate for us.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. Hey, so, I don't really think we can rate that stage.
That's not really a stage. I don't think that gets a rating.
So the Wily machine in here is what the fuck? Well, first it's a pair of legs with rising platforms.
You ride up the rising platforms and arms, and then you're supposed to use the thunder beam on its hips.
Yeah.
After you destroy the hips, the boss will go through a brief form change cutscene, and then.
Yeah.
Okay, we're almost done with the video.
Yeah, we're almost done.
And then we all right, and then there's the all right, okay, sorry, we got thrown off by that. And you have to fight the torso. Oh, here where you have to target the head. Tries to punch at you, so you have to be careful about that and hop on top of the hands. And ride them up to the face where you shoot with the hard knuckle directly into Wily.
And then,
you gotta fist Wily once more.
And then the Wily capsule phase. Oh, never mind.
The Wily capsule phase is a joke. This one's weak to the thunder beam like the first phase.
And he's really weak to the thunder beam.
He's really weak to the thunder beam. I only got to see one of his attacks where he drops a bomb on you.
Yeah.
During these days, that's how quickly that one was over.
Yeah, that's all it does.
That's literally all he does in the final phase.
It can also be used. You can also use the top spin on him.
And if you want to do that for some reason.
You want to dominate Wily.
Oh God.
So, what would you rate this boss?
Because of course Wily was going to be weak to the top spin again.
So,
honestly, the whole spectacle of the fight is super cool.
Oh, you're like tearing apart the giant.
And I guess the Wily capsule is more of a last-ditch effort than an actual phase in this version.
Yeah.
And the real... The first two phases are the real fight.
So, what would you give it?
I'll give this one a 10, honestly.
Yeah.
It's a really...
Yeah, I'll give it a 10 too. So with that, Wily begs for mercy as usual.
And then drops you points. Oh no, that point pickup for Mega Man 1 that explodes.
And then okay, I guess they somehow got out, and this is the game's ending.
And the game ends listing off all of the robot masters.
Mega Man chases down Wily in a fucking field.
Well, they list off all the robot masters for the first three games, plus the Wily
Plus the Genesis unit.
Plus the Genesis unit.
And
where they list off all 25 bosses in the game.
And after that, when it stops, Wily just trips.
And then Mega Man just sits there while Wily gets stuck back into his ship. Come on, you literally could have just grabbed him there.
You could have just grabbed him.
I guess he's scared of Wily having some tool to reprogram him on the fly or something.
Or I don't know, maybe it's because he might harm him. or
Or
something.
he doesn't want to accidentally crush him, but seriously, just grab him. I know you could control your strength, Rock.
You can. I mean, maybe. I mean, could he? I mean, I probably didn't have his rope up with him.
And this time,
Up yet.
seriously.
But, and then that's just how the game ends.
It's been an awkward ending, but the experience itself, honestly, I really love the Wily Tower mode.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's an interesting.
It's not very long, but what was there was it was a great a culmination of the first 3 Mega Man games.
Now, was it worth playing all 3 games for?
I mean, I'd say personally, yeah. It's not like the earlier Mega Man games were very long.
So I guess let's get into the fight.
Remember, we're disregarding the fact that you have to play through the first 3 games to unlock it.
So let's get into the breakdown
of the game.
On how does Wily Wars fare?
Music? Well, definitely a 10 again. And we got some pretty groovy tracks here. Notable. I played some of the highlights here in the form of Buster Rod G's stage at Agent Wily 3.
Yeah.
Did you get that a 10 too?
I'll give the music an 8.
Okay.
Some of the music can be a little. Genesis sound font can be kind of hit or miss.
Yeah. So that gives the music a 9 out of 10.
And that's,
it would have probably sounded better on the SNES.
Yeah.
It would have definitely been a 10 if it was on the SNES.
I mean, gameplay-wise, there's a bit of.
Thankfully, you don't have without something to compare it to and be like, this feels off. The gameplay works perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there's still the problem of input lag, so I can't give it a perfect. So I can't give the gameplay a perfect score here. I'll give it an 8.
Yeah, I'll give it an 8 too.
Yeah.
So how hard is it?
Honestly, I see the difficulties just right in this one.
Yeah, just right.
I'll give the difficulty a 10. And I think the Genesis unit stages start out fairly easy and ramp up near the end, and the Wily Tower stages are a little harder.
So overall, the whole package.
Honestly, I had a blast with the Wily Tower mode. I'll give this one a 10.
No, I meant as a whole, as a complete.
Well, Wily Tower first.
Wily Tower. I'll give it a 9.
So that's a 9.5 for Wily Tower.
The
game. Oh, by the way, you just listened to MM8BDM Wily Wars ending theme.
Yeah, I guess I meant
by Triple Squid!
Yeah.
Exclamation point.
That's a final rating for the game. For the game as a whole. I'll give it an 8. Yeah, I'll give it an 8. Not really the best way to play all 3 games.
Personally, I think Mega Man 1 is a downgrade, and Mega Man 2 is a downgrade in particular. Or in the terms of the bosses. It's just the boss AI is really janky for the remakes.
Yeah, controls feel pretty off.
And just off.
But, I mean, if you want to play Wily Tower is a very short mode.
So if you feel like playing through the original 3 Mega Man games again, and maybe want to try out Wily Tower, I'd say go ahead.
Just
keep in mind that the remake versions into the first 2 games aren't exactly the most optimal way to play them.
Also, yeah, I guess go find a Genesis Mini or hunt down I don't know. Oh, get a reproduction cart
or the game. It's not legal to.
I think that's.
And the game's not in sale anymore.
They're actually going to release a physical version of it soon.
Mm-hmm, so keep an eye out for that.
Well, I said I hope this wouldn't be over an hour.
And I guess we're right.
But next time.
We will
next
finally
time on the Mega Man retrospective.
We will finally be getting
the Super Nintendo.
And cover Mega Man 7.
And finally,
it's been ages.
It's
more than a year.
More than a year. So now, that being said, I'm Nozran.
And I'm Aaron. And bonjour, my wonderful viewers. See you in the next video. Yeet.